presentation on cyberbullying for YouthTalk Nation. Great topic too. So who remembers Amanda Todd? Does her name ring a bell? Well, 7 years ago, Amanda Todd committed suicide due to cyberbullying. And today, how many more people are affected and who remembers her story?
My name is Charlotte.
My name is Adarsh.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jessie.
And my name is Erica, and we are Team Rise.
And with that, our problem statement. How can we implement better programs in schools to prevent negative online behavior?
So now on to current issues. According to Global News, currently 1 in 5 Canadians are affected by cyberbullying. And additionally, 4 out of 5 are witnesses who are not speaking up to themselves.
Our goals: expand conversations, get youth to speak out, and practice positive tech use.
And that brings us on to our recommendations. Firstly, we will be having tech talks. This will be taking place in high school classrooms, where we will be bringing in professional speakers to talk about their negative cyberbullying experiences. Students will feel the impact as it is within the classroom and not online, and this will raise awareness for the subject of cyberbullying. Now for our second recommendation, we'll be having sessions known as Youth Speak Out. So this will be happening on a monthly basis, where students will submit positive messages online, and then these messages will then be written down on posters to be posted within the schools. This will ensure that our youth is positively using technology.
So moving on to our third solution, it's a school website edition. So every high school website will have a section where it is anonymous for students and witnesses to share their stories. And it's also being monitored by school officials so they can interfere when possible. And it also allows students to have a space to share their stories.
And now on to our alternate recommendation, also known as #WalkAndTalk. So similarly to the climate strike that we had recently, students will be given the permission to be dismissed earlier on their last block of the day and protest against cyberbullying. And through this, we're really hoping to gain better awareness between cyberbullying and overall unite the communities together. And additionally, this has also been proven to be successful and doable since the last climate strike we had recently.
And that brings us on to our implementation plan. So as said before, the tech talks will be starting at September at the start of each school year, as these are when our students are going back to their schools and learning about the negative effects of cyberbullying will impact them for the rest of the school year when they communicate with their peers. Starting in October, we will have our monthly Youth Speak Out sessions, and our additional website sections will be online 24/7. This is because cyberbullying can affect anyone at any time and at any place. Lastly, we will have our Walk and Talk alternative recommendation event to take place on October 10th of each year, as this is the day that Amanda Todd took her own life. Additionally, after the end of each school year during the summer, we will look back at each of our recommendations, looking at the successes and making sure that we make any necessary revisions.
The 4 groups impacted most by our recommendations are school officials, the bully groups, victims, and students. The group with the least amount of power and the least amount of interest is the bully group. The group with a higher amount of interest but little to no power are the victims. The group with the highest amount of power is school officials, but they lack interest, which brings us to our final and most important group, the students. They hold the most power and they hold the most interest. There are several risks with all of our solutions. These are just 3. So the first solution, the risk is that the tech talk solution will not leave a huge impact on students. To address this issue, we will invite speakers to come in on a more frequent basis in order to consistently push their message so that students get the point across. For the second solution, students may reuse their messages each month for that initiative. In order to mitigate this, we will push out unique and fresh monthly prompts and themes in an effort to engage students and the community as a whole. For the third and final solution, the school website edition, there's a potential for inappropriate submissions from high school students. To address this, we'll create an algorithm and an overall IT infrastructure from the ground up with our Programming 11 students at our school, Windermere Secondary.
So moving on to our summary, we have two solutions. The first one being Tech Talks, Youth Speak Out, and the School Website Edition. Let's all do more to prevent more cases like Amanda Todd.
Every single one of us